Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Vampyr. I've reloaded the game and it's put me up the top of these stairs. However, I just checked my quest log and I've done interrogate the locals. So apparently it does save as you're going. It only gives you one save file by the look of it, so it looks like you're stuck with whatever choices you make. Not something I generally enjoy in games, but I can deal with it.
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given
So, our next bet is to go down and see if we can find this guy down by the docks.
To the bottom of this
Britons working together. Skilled workers in engineering and kindred trades. Enroll today as war munition volunteers. Support the men at the front with a plentiful supply of munitions. You'll not suffer in wages. Get into the factory line and feed the foreign line.
What's been done to me, to this city?
Okay, so his boat's like literally just here. Well, that looks ominous.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. What's this? Some sort of note.
The pre-win orders. From last episode, I'm pretty sure the pre-win are the vampire hunters. That's what I gathered from when I was eavesdropping on Dr. Swansea, I think his name was. The guy up in the top of that hotel. Hotel? Not the correct word. Tavern, I suppose. From G. McCullum to Docks Patrols on the 30th of October. Object. Multiple deaths in the Docks region. We believe a nasty leech is involved. Locate the beast, purge it, and quickly. Warning. According to recent reports, this vampire is very violent. Approach with extreme caution. I know we lack men in this part of town, but don't send rookies to investigate the case. If I'm correct, we've got a frenzied one killing each night. As always, search abandoned places first, like old houses, basements, sewers, or warehouses. Destroy the Leech brothers. Fair enough.
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters.
Seemingly, yeah.
Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker.
Indeed. Move on, I suppose.
There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Can I just teleport over there? Probably. I'm gonna have a look at back here first, though, just to see if there's anything else I can find. Doesn't look like it. But I think I should be able to just go like this. Hey. That's really cool. Just being able to, like, jump over things like that. Anything down here? Not obviously. So there's a hunter there. There's a gunner there. Interesting. That's locked. I guess I'll try and avoid the hunters if possible. That one's like all the way around the other end, right? A brawler. I don't know what any of these resistances really mean, but I'm sure we'll be able to figure it out. Looks like I can avoid them.
Over there!
Whoop, fuck that up. I failed that sneak attack. Interesting. Fire Executioner. So you have to be certain, you have to actually be like within a certain distance before you can see them. This guy's definitely guarding something up here, but can I go up like the rafters? It doesn't look like it. I guess I can do this. That works. He was indeed guarding something. Aluminium shard and lead plate. Cool. And a shilling. More money here, like 5 shillings or something. Yep. So there's like piles of money. It seems to give you like 5 shillings per use. All these doors seem to be locked.
It's locked.
Yeah. So there wasn't much to do up there other than just grab that loot, it seems. The blood comes through here. Press V to spot enemies around and display their enemy cards. Right, okay. Ah, here we go. Tells me exactly right here. Summoning is more resistant to certain types of damage. There are 4 types of resistances. Physical, melee and ranged, makes sense. And powers, blood, shadow. Interesting. Orange indicates a medium resistance, red indicates a high resistance. Okay. So he's... The brawler is... Essentially powers are a good way of taking the brawler out. And he's... I can just use melee on him pretty much. But it's probably a good idea to take him out from a distance.
Look out the leech, boys! Filthy fucking beast!
Whoop. Oh. Equip press right trigger to use a ranged weapon and inflict both standard damage and stun damage. Be aware that your ammo is limited. Okay. Interesting. I guess I just equip that if I want to use it. I think I'm alright with the stake for now. I'll swap it around later if need be. Okay, so there's a couple of them down there.
We won't see any of these bastards back here again.
I don't really have a lot of blood. But...
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top! Watch out for them teeth! Look there! There's one of them vermin!
Ooh, boss baddie.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Ow, fire. I like how the fire goes out as soon as they die. It's kind of... doesn't make a huge amount of sense, but... Oh. New practice, new collectibles. New practices, new tactics. I know that some of our companions consider that the best advantage we have in our fight against leeches is that they can't go out during the day. Thus we can hunt them down where they hide powers in their sleep. This is a rookie mistake. First, because vampires are clever, and they have countless ruses and tricks to avoid being spotted in their den. Second, because they deploy many deadly traps to kill any intruders in what they consider their most precious sanctuary. It would cost us too much. It cost us too much men and too much time to explore and eradicate vampires in their hideouts. The best tactic is to follow and destroy them when they really are vulnerable, when they hunt at night. It's much easier to attack them then, for they can easily be spotted. That's why the Guard of Priwen must evolve, and deploy new tactics to hunt leeches. Small and mobile patrols, tactics based on technological advantages, modern communications. We can learn many things from the war in France, new strategy, new equipment, and new weaponry. Grenades, white phosphorus, ultraviolet light, bulletproof vests, and flamethrowers. It is time for the Guard to embrace the 20th century. From A New War by Jeffrey McCullum, Priwen leader. So, okay, so he's the leader, so he probably is, like, more... how would you say... more posh, probably? He's probably, like, of a higher status. I would assume, anyway. Alright. So this is where I came in, essentially. I came out of here. I guess I could have tried to go down here? And, like, sneak past them, maybe? I wonder if even I could go... maybe. So if you run up here... I could have, like, avoided them by going out here. Hello.
Are you deaf?
So he didn't seem to immediately know I was a vampire there, which is interesting. Loot. Ooh. Shotgun. Fair enough. Which I can't upgrade? I don't know why this is... I guess it's because... yeah, okay. There's no lock symbol on it because I'm allowed to upgrade it. Like, it makes sense, kind of. So there's a lot of blood around here. Yep, rat.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
And a hideout, I assume? Indeed. I just got experience there, so clearly... I don't know if that's actually refilling anything. I don't think it is. I think it'll be similar to, like... I never actually played Bloodborne, but I'm pretty sure the way that Bloodborne worked is, like, excess items you got put into a stash, which you could then pull out. I think it's a similar kind of process. Here's like a crafting kit. We have enough commands to improve one of your weapons. Select a melee weapon and upgrade it. You can upgrade your weapon to a new level with the required ingredients. It will inflict more damage and you will also gain access to customized slots. So it currently does 45, this would bump it to 58, so damage is bumped. Interesting. And it takes a common handle part and a lead plate. Okay, sure. Right, so these are on top. Interesting. So these are on top of the actual upgrade. Like the normal upgrade will give you just more damage, and then you can do either more damage or less stamina consumption. Interesting. Okay, makes sense. I don't think 800 experience is enough to level up anything. Although I don't think I can actually look at my... whatever. I'll just check. Yeah, this takes 1,000. I think everything here will take like 1,000. I can upgrade my bite. Sure. So my bite now does more damage, which I seem to be using a lot, so that's something, I guess. No. You have to hit confirm. If you click escape, it will undo all your changes. Good to know. Oh. So that takes a full night, a full day if you do that. Interesting. So it probably wasn't worth doing it there, but whatever. I don't think it matters too much. So these guys have respawned, but I'm on this side of them, so I can kind of just ignore them. I kind of want to see if I can sneak up on this guy and try and do the stealth that I was doing before. Failing to do before.
Over there! There's one of them.
Did anyone else see me? I don't think so. I don't know how you sneak up on people. Alright, no one else really saw me, so I can keep going this way. Looks like you can avoid a lot of the combat if you wish. And I assume there's probably ways to avoid it even more in the future.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
This is like a straight up slaughterhouse.
I'll need a drink. I'm so thirsty, William. As one, we shall overcome this. We've done it before. Not who?
Two-handed weapon. Equip a two-handed weapon, press right trigger to use its special ability. The scythe, for instance, can be used to parry an incoming attack, inflicting heavy stun damage if timed correctly. Fair enough.
I must have more. Oh dear God, not again. William, please stop.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
Just a bit.
You're my last and dearest friend.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
So that still does a shit ton of damage. Oh, so they have like a stun meter almost? He's clearly parrying stance there. Oh, he got me. Ah. Son of a bitch bit me. Hey. I got a bludgeon. Cool. Is this guy still alive? Oh yeah, he is. Shit.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
We knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
I was lucky.
Remember, certain Skals are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Fair point. He's still alive, which is good. I thought, like, he's straight up dead.
And the saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Makes sense. Check the victim.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some
Interesting.
subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
I keep putting, like accidentally putting custom markers on the map. That's better. Anything else noteworthy in here? Can I go up here? No, doesn't look like it. Oh, maybe. Maybe not. Crafting materials. There's like a shit ton of corpses here. Were they all killed by William? Or are some of these here from like the... Some of these might be here for the, because they're digging mass graves, I read in a book earlier, so I assume some of these are people who are just dead from the plague. And William's come here to drink their blood after they're dead, maybe? I don't know. It's interesting. Because it's a lot of people if he's murdered all of these people. Like, that's a shit ton. At dawn we row. I've said it many times, I'm going to say it again, I love the setting of this game. Like 1918 London is like a great time period to set a game in. I love it. Particularly like a vampire game.
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that Skal. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reid.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Johnathan Reid, A surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reid. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reid, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Johnathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
This guy turned around fast. Like, best friends with this guy now. I, like, didn't trust him at all, like, when we first talked to him. But as I was saying, this is a great setting and time for a vampire game, because, like, a lot of the architecture is, like, kind of gothic. So it's, like, it just has the feel of vampires, you know what I mean? Getting a bit of frame drop here, like, running at, like... It's not going under
Dr.
50.
Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Skal said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reid here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Johnathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
I'm looking far more swanky now. Look at this. I got a tie even. I actually really want, like, a coat like that. It's a nice looking coat. Maybe not the patches. It's a bit... No one likes elbow patches. Alright.
I'm sorry, Johnathan. Mr. Hampton needs me right now.
I can't talk to the nurse because they're busy. So I guess I'm just going to go this way.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Nah, it's my turn!
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Bastard gave me a good Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Johnathan Reid.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Blood quality indicates how much XP you obtain from a particular citizen. The higher blood quality, the more XP you get. Already learnt that. I'll look at the details for Clay Cox. Know nothing about him, and he gives you jack shit XP. To drink the blood of a player, you must first need to memorize them and lead them to a site from others. Your memorize level, blah 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 blah. Interesting.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
I don't actually want to kill this guy. I want to see if I can avoid it. Because I don't really want to do what this bloody voice in my head is telling me to do. I prefer, if I can, to take him over to the doctor back here. Oh, the music's getting quieter. That's really cool. I'm like avoiding temptation, I suppose. I wonder if this allows me to do this? It allows me to walk over here, so I assume so? Not escape. Apparently I can't... Well, I guess I have to follow this red trail then. I was going to see if I could try and like just avoid killing him. And I assume I probably can. But I don't entirely trust this vampire who's trying to get me to kill things. Although the voice that was coming out sounded kind of like Johnathan Reid's anyway, so it might be like his inner monologue telling him to do it. I don't know. I think it's just giving you like the tutorial to do it more than forcing you to do it, but we'll see. Press left click to embrace Clay Cox or spacebar to release it. Embracing Clay will provide a massive XP boost, but be aware that there will be consequences. Learning more about citizens and collecting the hints will increase your experience gained.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Can I talk to him? I mean, he still needs to get to the hospital, right?
Whoa, I feel giddy.
Interesting.
What happened?
Interesting. I guess the idea there is it's kind of giving you like he killed someone. So the idea being,
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
See, that voice sounds almost like it's very similar to Dr. Reid's voice. It's interesting. Very interesting. But they give, like, that first guy, like, they're trying to give you, like, I don't want to say, like, a free kill, per se, but they're trying to give you one that's less morally ambiguous, I suppose. Like, you've just watched him murder somebody. Like, they had a fight, and it wasn't like... Oh my god, the music in this game is fucking phenomenal. Yeah, so they're obviously trying to give you like a free kill, if that makes any sense. One where you're not morally worried. Due to the influenza, this hospital can no longer take any patients. Hospital full, please go back home. That's depressing.
Hurry now, Doctor. It's freezing here.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reid has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
It's really the height of irony, which is kind of hilarious. The blood transfusion specialist that turns into like a vampire. It's like, it's great. Oh. Hint required for these, okay.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Clever.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
That's what a lot of people have problems with, Can you hear the nurse behind us that we were just introducing? Hurry up, doctor! Hurry up! I don't think it's actually going to matter if I waste time here, though. So we actually got a... Coroner is convinced that Gwyneth Brannigan is overqualified as a nurse. Interesting. Gwyneth is overqualified as a nurse according to Corcoran Tippett. Interesting. Fair enough. I really like this hint system, it's really cool.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
So when you've got an actual choice, it has this like Y, like the vampire Y in the middle, which is really cool. So it lets you know when you've got like a singular choice to make, if that makes any sense.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reid. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
Okay, I can just do that because I would need hints, obviously. Personal questions. I have no hints to ask about these.
Goodbye,
Right.
Dr. Tippett.
I'm sorry, I'm coming.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I
Fair
found
enough.
a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Okay, good.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you.
That was quick.
Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reid. Your office has been prepared.
How did they prepare the office that quickly?
I would
Whatever,
like to
I'm
ask
just gonna go
a few
with it.
questions first.
Mr. Hampton, he was the Irish priest, right?
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in. How does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Interesting. Does that imply he looks down on the nurses? Or at the very least, she seems to think he looks down on the nurses.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Interesting. So it seems she professionally respects him, but she doesn't think that he properly respects the nurses and staff, maybe?
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
I kind of want to talk to everybody, but we're at like 40 minutes already. And because I'm rendering these at a higher frame rate and I have a shithouse internet connection...
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
I'm gonna need to end it here, unfortunately. But I'm gonna be uploading these fairly frequently. But as I said, I'm Australian, so my internet is a shithouse. So it'll take a while to upload these. But thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. I'm really getting into this. I'm loving it.